Hello my fellow commanders, Ed here, and I thought we'd take a little look at my combat fit on my Cobra Mk3, specifically for fighting in a resource extraction site. I recently posted a video on my kind of Cobra exploration fit and got some really useful comments on a few things I could tweak and change, so I thought if I did the same for my combat fit, I might get a few more comments or find out about what other people use and perhaps how I can sort of tweak my fit to make it a bit better. But I think I've really got this fit down and it works really effectively. I think, you know, in an hour in a resource extraction site, I could make almost a sort of million credits before my ammo runs out, and then I have to go and cash in the bounties and reload. So the gun's the most important bit. Now I roll with 2 class 2 multi-cannons and 2 class 1 beam lasers, all gimbaled, and I know some of you will laugh and say fixed is better and you can do more damage with it, but I find that for the ease of use in a resource extraction site, gimbaled is so much better because you can hit your target for a longer period of time because it will track it rather than having to line it up and shoot less, if you see what I mean. I feel this also gives a really good mix of kind of shield and then hull damage. The beam lasers are really good against the shields and the multi-cannons are really good against the hull. Now I don't use a kill warrant scanner on this one, and as you can see I've put two shield boosters, 2 class D rated shield boosters rather than just one higher class. Now I think the jury's out on this one and I'm not sure what's going to provide sort of a better multiplier. I've had a look on the ED shipyard and I still can't quite get my head around it. I think to have some more in-game statistics over this would be really useful. But at the moment I feel that the kind of 2 class D shield boosters work really well and increase your shield to a much better level. Obviously not having a kill warrant scanner means that you can only claim bounties in the kind of region that you're in. At the moment I'm in Alliance space, so I can only claim Alliance bounties. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on the shield boosters and what kind of setups you use for that, so please put in the comments below. The main thing to worry about in the internals would be the power plant and the power distributor. You both need those to be the highest class that you can get because you want as much power for those weapons as possible and to be able to distribute the power to them. For this particular fit I have to turn off my cargo hatch and my fuel scoop to be able to power all the guns once they're deployed. But that's not a problem because you can quite easily chop and change them in the computer interface and while you're mid-flight depending on what you need. So I've currently got lightweight alloys fitted, but I'm thinking of changing them to the one which is thermic resistance increased because that's increasing your shields, and it's very rare that I'll lose my shields, or if I do and I get close to it I'm trying to get the hell out of there. So kinetic, I'm not too worried about building that resistance up. Just show you a little bit of it in action, just to show you how effective these beam lasers and multi-cannons can be. I've got a small target here, just an eagle in a resource extraction site, and his shields just melt completely, and as soon as his shields are down I can then start firing the multi-cannons and his hull just disappears basically. Really effective. And here we are taking on an Anaconda. Obviously he's under a lot of fire from the other sort of allied police forces in the area, and always target the power plant because you've got a much stronger possibility of taking him out a lot quicker than just shooting anywhere on the hull. And the beam lasers are really good at getting that direct firing right on to whatever subsystem you're targeting as well, so they're really useful for that. I would say that the manoeuvrability of the Cobra isn't as good as the other ships, but if you do really need to get a quick bit of manoeuvrability you can just pop all pips to engines and your manoeuvrability just goes through the roof, so it's not really too much of a bother. But anyway, I hope you found this useful, and I'd love to hear your comments about perhaps what gun type variations you use for hunting in a resource extraction site. Obviously, if I was fighting other ships or doing other things and missions and stuff, I'd probably mix up, and I do enjoy kind of chopping and changing my guns around and trying different things as well. But this setup I found to be really effective for kind of making the credits in a resource extraction site and gaining those bounties. Anyway, till next time, fly wonky.